last Thursday, I almost got kicked out of my class because my teacher said that I was being a distraction to the boys sitting next to me. Just the boys, not the girls. And so I moved my seat and I moved back, and she told me, now those boys are drooling over you and they won't learn anything from my lecture. And I was like, well, what do you want me to do? Leave because you think I'm pretty? I'm not leaving. But I was kind of flattered. So, like the whole weekend, I was like, yeah, my teacher almost kicked me out because she thought I was cute. So, but like Mark Twain once said, I can live for 3 months on a good compliment. And today I'm going to explain the difference between how a compliment can affect you versus like a put down or a criticism. And like with a compliment, like you can feel like on top of the world, and like it'll make you feel good for like a couple days, like Mark Twain's quote, and it'll just like shoot. Like if someone tells you that you have really nice hair, you'll like go around and be like, yeah, I love it. Someone thought it was really pretty. So you could do that, and like you'll feel really good about yourself. But then like if someone puts you down, and like I had an ex-boyfriend and like back in like high school, and he used to tell me that I had really ugly legs, so I would never wear like, I would always wear pants and I would never wear skirts or anything, and look me now, I'm wearing skirts. But yeah, things like that they could like ruin your self-esteem and like really hurt you. But yeah, just like compliments, they help you and they make you feel good about yourself, right? And you can just like, every time you like see yourself in the mirror, be like, oh yeah, that guy was right, I do look good today. But like a put down, you will always like keep that in the back of your mind, and you always think, oh yeah, I don't really look that good, do I? But always, like Mark Twain said, look for the compliments and just take them in. Take them in, it's fine. Keep all the put downs, just keep them down and forget about them. And yeah, you can live off 3 months off of a compliment. So. True story.
Yeah, I give you one.
Psychology. No, that was not.
Really? It makes strides in her life run with all the talking to it because it's all there in consolidation.
My brother's beating like the like I'm doing that they do
All right, Erin, the story is fine. The thesis statement is pretty clear. The transition, at least, to the topic is clear. I think your thesis needs to be a little bit sharper. You've got a structure that you're setting up, but it's not quite as clear as it could be. Once you get to the content, you sort of bail out on the structure, and I think you just go around and around on the point a couple of times,
yes,
and aren't making much progress there. You had a couple of points that were amusing and they were fun to talk about. When you're talking about it, a couple of times I thought that you did some things that were fun, you know, the flipping your hair sort of thing, or the dropping of your voice. Sometimes I thought maybe you did it a little too much. It's almost casual as a defense mechanism. Instead of giving a speech, I'm just kind of performing up here. But it wasn't too distracting. I thought your gestures were fine, and your facial expressions were good. You looked like you were enjoying yourself and having fun talking to the audience. Pretty good distribution of audience attention. Your posture's good. The exit's all right. I think you had a a better start with the example that you're using than you had to kind of follow through. And I think there's stuff to talk about here, but because you don't get as focused at the beginning as you could, you just sort of lose your way, and then the ideas as they come up are kind of controlling you instead of you controlling what it is you're saying. You're just going with whatever comes up at that particular point. All right, thank you.